Hello YouTube, it's Barbara Jean. Um, this video is called Seven Brides for One Brother. A little humor. Um, I I believe what the Lord is doing right now is He's perfecting His bride. We're almost there, people. But there's one last push the Lord is trying to make to bring His bride into perfection because the time is so short. And if we don't get the importance of this message, of the letters to the churches, we will not be perfect and you will be in danger of missing the rapture. Okay? Um, this is an important revelation. The book of Revelation is about the last days. We are in the last days. And the message to the churches isn't, I mean, there's many meanings behind it. I'm not just saying that there's just one way of looking at it. There's many ways of looking at the churches in the Asia Minor. I mean, not only were they physical churches, but they are spiritual representations. They are also spiritual representations of dispensations, of church history, of different types of churches to be attended. But it also comes down to an individual message for each person. And it not only is it's a very, very important message for each one of us to understand. If it wasn't important, Jesus would not have said after every single letter to the church, for instance, in Ephesus chapter 2, the church to Ephesus, um, verse 7, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. Again, verse 11, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. Again, in verse 17, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. And again, the next church at Thyatira, and it's verse 29, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. Chapter 3, church of Sardis, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. Church of Philadelphia, verse 13, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. The church of Laodicea, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. This is an important message for the last days. This is an important message for any days. If you want to be perfect before the Lord, if you want to know what's in His heart and what He wants for you to do, to be ready for His coming, to be ready for any time, He could come and take you any time. But if you want to be really perfect in His sight, if you want to be ready for His return, then hear what He's saying. He's emphasized it 7 times to us. He wants us to be perfect in spirit, and He tells us how to do it. So I am going to, in my own little way, to help the bride to personalize these letters, to see themselves, not to see the big picture here, but to bring it down into a more personal level, to see themselves in these churches and see what they can do to be more pleasing to the Lord. Because we want to please our bridegroom. As a bride, we want to please our bridegroom. That's the nature of femininity. you know, we want to be pleasing to our husbands. We want to look good, smell good, sound good, feel good. We want to be there for and be the kind of woman that this man is going to be in love with forever. Okay? So, anyway, like I said, I'm going to bring a feminine energy to this, and I hope those guys out there won't be offended, because we're all part of the bride. We are all part of God's administrative power, His administrative energy, and He needs us all to understand this, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. God bless you all, and I will talk to you later.